Hey everybody, this is Mom H, Honey Hollow Homestead, and let me see here. The lighting is not great. Hold on a second. It's a little bit better, I guess. As you can see, we are in a different location. Yeah, let me see here. That right there is behind my head is a lamp. Okay. This will soon be my new living room. The desk that you are sitting on right now is going to be dismantled. I have just a couple little things, my sons, I need to put away. They need to go upstairs. Um, and then this is going to be taken apart. See this? Let's see. This is part of it. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be taken apart. And I am planning, see if it works, on refinishing it. Right now it's light colored wood. I'm going to make it a dark colored one. And it's going to get set up over where I am sitting right now. Not right this second, but where my chair is. Okay. And let me see here if I can show you. This here is the back side of a shelving unit. Okay. And right now it is full of food. Okay. A few other little odds and ends, but mostly food. And I need to empty that off because it's heavy enough with nothing on it, and it will be shifted and put behind you where there's the stairwell going up, and then this will open up this whole space. Okay, and I can easily come in and out and get things done. As you saw, I had some re-insulating to do because that insulation all got torn up. So I had to get rid of it and I got to re-insulate. It wasn't quite as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was totally destroyed over in that corner, but it wasn't. So I will be working on that as soon as I get off of here. And then I will be starting, once I get it re-insulated, then I can start putting the wallboard up. So we are making tremendous strides. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Sorry, this is an important text. Okay. I am texting Sugar's new owner because if you haven't seen the video, Sugar is down. She's not bad like Joy was. I do not think it's listeriosis. I think it's something else. But she's doing everything right at this point. Okay, sorry about that. Uh, Nobody's on here anyway, but yeah, I need to text her back. Um, she seems to be doing everything right. So pray for Sugar, everybody. Pray for Sugar. Um, she's her temp is good. She's eating, she's drinking, she just can't get up. So there's just a couple things that it could be, and what she did, hopefully, we'll know within 24 hours. So praying that's what it is, and she'll be back to rights pretty quick. So, but she's doing everything that she can, and she's doing it right with what she has so far. So, um, anyway, just remember and pray for her, please. I don't want her to lose Sugar. Not like I lost Joy. Anyway, moving forward, okay, hopefully in a week or two, I will have this space done. That's what I'm hoping for. It should not take me long. I'll be using my brad nailer to get the wall boards up, um, and then coming back with some nails, ring shank nails to hold it tight to the wall. The only thing is, I really do need some 2x4s to make some blocking. I got to check and see what I've got in the way of 2x4s. If what I have is good enough to use for blocking, because I couldn't get anyone else in town yesterday. I was running an Amish couple around. Friend, my Amish friends had come down for a visit, and so we were doing some running around. I said, "Well, since you're only down here for a visit, I will run you." So it was nice to see them again. Um, we enjoyed our time. Uh, I got a few good things. I broke my shovel handle when I was burying the rat. Yeah, the rat is no more. It's gone. Um, I caught it the next night, put it out of my misery, and it's buried. So don't mind me. I'm just making sure it's Sugar's mom again. Um, she's saying she doesn't think it's the same as Joy, and I agree with her. Okay, just telling her to keep tabs on her temp. Oh, I'm sorry. I know this is not very exciting, but nobody's on here anyway. I think this is the first time in a while that there's not been anybody on here, but that's okay. Since sugar is down, and after what I went through with Joy, um, lessons learned. Always keep on hand LA 300. It's an antibiotic. Maybe if I had been able to get it into her sooner, maybe she would not have been as bad as she was, and she would still be with us. So from now on, I will have LA 300, which is it's a broad spectrum antibiotic. Okay, I will keep that on hand. Another thing to have on hand is the B complex injectable. I will always have that on hand as well. And I also picked up the injectable ivermectin, which is faster acting than the paste. Paste is better than nothing, but the injectable ivermectin is faster. Now, in Joy's case, the ivermectin was not going to help her, okay, because it was for a different thing. But the vet has said to give her the ivermectin because at that point we didn't know for sure what it was, okay. But then once we realized, okay, it wasn't the meningeal worm, it definitely was listeriosis, okay. If you have livestock, okay, not just goats, any livestock, horses, sheep, goats, cattle, anything like that, okay, at all, you need to have medical supplies on hand, okay. Now, hey, don't just give stuff willy-nilly. Like, if you don't need an antibiotic, don't give an antibiotic, okay. Indications for an antibiotic would be if you have a high temp, which is what Joy had, okay. Joy had a high temp, and with other symptoms, chances were it was listeriosis, which it was, okay. So the antibiotic was necessary, and if I had it on hand, I could have given it to her right away. It would have been earlier instead of like 2-3 hours later. Okay, by the time I was able to get some, especially where I live in a rural area, there's nothing close to me, okay, that is open early where I can get what I need. So since I am out early checking my livestock, it's first light, I'm checking my livestock, okay. I need to have this stuff on hand. So the LA 300, injectable B vitamin complex, at least for goats and sheep, and probably for cattle. I've never heard of it being used for horses. And of course, the injectable ivermectin. Now I have ivermectin for the horses. Well, horse now, singular. But I always had things when we were managing a larger herd. We always had bute and banamine on hand, okay, paste. We always had electrolytes on hand, paste. We also had wide range of first aid supplies. We were stocked with vet wrap, which I am stocked with vet wrap now, and some other first aid type medical stuff, okay. Telfa pads, depending on the wound, okay. For the kids, I also keep the toilet paper tubes and stuff like that. That idea I got from Sandy Brock. She raises sheep up in Canada, and she keeps this on hand for her little lambs, because sometimes they have they knuckle over, and she just put a short-term cast on. Well, I'm so grateful that I watched that, because it wasn't long after I watched that I watched Chucky step on one of the kids on their leg. Okay. And definitely was favoring the leg. It's like, wasn't going to take any chances. I splinted the leg. If it was broken, it probably would have been a green stick break. Wonderful thing about kids is they grow quickly and they're fine. I did contact a vet to find out how long I should keep the cast on for, because that I wasn't sure about. And he told me. So I told him, I put a cast on it, wrapped it up good. And I've already we've had this conversation before that when it comes to leg injuries or wounds, on most other parts of the body, I'm pretty good. I mean, I'm not as good as a vet by any means, but I'm pretty good about, doing the first aid stuff. Okay. And if the problem is in an area that I am not comfortable dealing with, I will contact him. Like when one of my buck kids, I forget which one it was. I think it was Mama's little boy last year. Somehow or other, he got some kind of a wound around his scrotum. Okay. And it's like, okay, that's an area I'm not real good about. So it's like, I think maybe, I need your help on this one, because I just didn't know what to do about it. And he came out, gave him a shot of antibiotics, and, checked him over, made sure everything was all right, intact. Okay. Because he was not one that was going to be banded. That was not the intention. So he said he was fine. So, and there was, there was another injury somewhere that it was Sugar's little girl. She had torn her ear. Okay. And it's like, what am I going to do? And I had to have him out to deal with her because it was an ear. And it's like, what do I do with that? Ended up that the stitching did not work, but it held things together so the tear didn't get worse, and the tear did heal, and she's gone on. Okay. And last I heard, she's doing fine. So there are certain wounds I can't, I'm, if I can't handle it, I'll call the vet. Okay. But as a farmer, you've got to be able to deal with the medical needs of your animals. Okay. And that's what we did. And there comes a time when anyway, yeah, if being able to take care of things instantly, and the more you're with your livestock, the more being out there, eyes on, hands on, so if something's not right. Okay. And there are times when a decision has to be made, like I had to make. Okay. And I had to make this decision with a duck as well, and with a chicken. Okay. There comes a time where it doesn't matter how much medical intervention you do. It's in the animal's best interest to end its suffering. Okay. And that's what I had to do. It's not something that you enjoy. It's not pleasant. And I hate having to do it. Every farmer hates having to do it. But it's one of those things that you have to be prepared to do if you're going to have livestock. you've got to be prepared for it. Okay. Um, I know the feeling. Anyway, so so that's, I mean, there were lessons learned with Joy. Okay. And I will take those lessons with me and I will remember them. And hopefully, we don't have another situation like we had this time. I will be prepared to deal with it and go from there. And hopefully, we don't have the same outcome. Um, right now, everybody else is healthy. Um, oh, I should share this. Little Aster has moved on to a new home where he is going to have lots of girlfriends. Okay. That was one thing I was concerned about because I didn't really want to have to band Aster. Um, between his mother being a seinen and his father being a really decent Kiko buck, I really thought that he would be a good addition to anybody's goat herd, especially if they're going to be doing dairy, because um, based on what I've seen with my goats, I think that the Kiko has a little bit higher butter fat than a seinen. That's just what I've seen with my goats. Okay, the little bit that I have milked some of my Kikos, they just seem to have a thicker milk than the seinen. So I thought that little bit of Kiko in with the dairy would be good. And the guy that came in and was looking at him and interested in him, he agreed. You know, he thought he was going to make a really good buck. As a matter of fact, he already had a buck, and he's going to sell that one and keep Aster. So, and he's not that far away. He first came here on a 4-wheeler, so he's pretty close. Um, I'm not 100% certain where he lives, but I think I do. So I have to take, next time I go out that way, I have to take a look and see if I can pick him out. So, and check and make sure he's doing okay. But that makes me very happy. So Daisy and Lily were not happy about Aster leaving yesterday, but they'll get over it. So since Daisy is only nursing one kid now, I started milking her last night and I milked her this morning. Right now, I'm not saving her milk. I'm letting Sheba have it because I'm not getting a whole lot out of her right now. I have a milking machine I'm going to be trying with her and see how much I can get from her. I'm not in a huge hurry to start using her milk, even though milk is going up in price. But, as I get a little bit better with the machine and with everything, it's just my infrastructure still isn't where I want it to be able to milk her on a regular basis. And when it comes to Lily, okay, I'm keeping Lily as a milker. And she is, I got to contact, do you remember Bandit? I had the black and white buckling that I was going to keep. And once I got him here, I realized that he really wasn't as good a looking buck as I thought he was once I compared him to mine. And so I traded him, and he's not that far away. But I got to thinking he's supposed to be part Kiko as well. And I forget which dairy he is. I think it's Nubian, I think. But anyway, the Kiko and the Nubian, if I can breed Lily to him, I think her offspring would be a really good combination. And I would probably sell her offspring as dairy. Okay. But yeah, I would not keep her offspring right away. And Daisy, we'll see what happens next year. when she's bred again, as to whether I sell her offspring or I keep them. It kind of depends on how things go economically. Okay. Um, so far it has not been bad here. Um, yes, eggs are up, and the people in my church are grateful that I've been giving them eggs. It helps. I haven't had a lot to offer, but I have had extras, and when I have extras, I just give them away. Okay, and sometimes people give me things for them, and sometimes they don't, and that's okay. Um, my neighbor, on the one side, he gets eggs from me, and he has offered me hay. So, and I'm very happy with that. Um, just as long as he doesn't give me more hay than what he needs for his own uh, animals over there. Right now, I think he's down to one pony. So I'm going to tell him, you don't have to give me a lot of hay. They're only eggs. So um, anyway, I wonder if my stream is okay because I see someone popping in on occasion and then popping out again. So I don't know if it's my stream or not, but yeah, it should be good because my router is like right there. Okay, and we're supposed to have decent internet. So unless it's my laptop, I don't know. My IT guy moved away, which, by the way, I'm very happy to report he is finally getting into his apartment tomorrow. It has been, I cannot believe how much red tape there was with him getting into an apartment. It's just one thing after another. He thought he was going to be moving in a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't come. It didn't come, and he was given verbal approval and whatnot, but I guess they had to go through the paperwork, and oh my, it was what a mess. So he got the official word. Move-in date is tomorrow. He gets the key tomorrow. He can move in tomorrow. So I am very, very, very happy that my son will be in his own apartment. And this will be a first because he's never been on his own before. You know, not without, on a part-time, he'd go away, for a holiday or what have you, or if I went away, he'd be home, but it's not quite the same as being totally responsible for your own bills and your own housekeeping and your own meals. It's like it's totally on him. He's got to do it all. So I think he'll do all right. I really do. Um, so, and I've almost got all of his stuff. Like I said, I just have his monitors and his computers to move upstairs. And I already put one monitor up there. And then I can just finish clearing out this space and getting it ready for us to move in and have a nice little living room area. It'll be nice to have living room and kitchen separate. I thought that I could handle having the kitchen and the living room all in one, and it has been rather annoying. So it just, getting the living part away from the kitchen part so that, I can do what I need to do will be very, very, very beneficial. So we are focusing on the living room, and then and at the same time, I'm also going to try and get that the goat barn, goat stall finished or started, even at least. Something I did not tell you is that my other neighbor, not the one getting the eggs, but the other neighbor, he gave me some old wood. He has a cabin, and he was redoing the siding. He was taking the wood off and replacing it with metal. Okay. And so he asked me if I could use the wood. I said, yeah, I don't need a lot. So whatever's not any good, I'll just burn it, you know. And I should, with what I got, I said, I'm sure that there's enough here that I can use to do what I need to do for the goat stall. Um, and uh, and so I got free wood for it. So that was awesome. That was very kind of my neighbor to do that. Um, he is also making me a deal on a piece of equipment that I think will come in handy. Um, he still has a little bit of work to do on it, but if it works out, um, I will tell you more about it. Uh, but right now, it's not a done deal yet. It's not a done deal. So, um, anyway, there's really not too much more to say. I said, pray the sugar recovers. Uh, I tell you, these goats drive us nuts. Our, they pull on our heartstrings and then they go and get sick on us. Um, so, but I've got work to do here, and I've got to get a bale of insulation up here from the barn. So once I get that up here, it won't take much. I think that I'm going to have stuff left over from the one bale, so which I can use upstairs, because I know that 2 bales is not going to be enough to do the whole upstairs. And I'm not even sure if even 2 bales and part of a third one is going to be enough. But you got to start somewhere, right? So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hopefully, the next time I do a live, it won't be with a backing of bare insulation. Let's hope and pray. So I will talk to you all later. Have a good one. Nobody's chit-chatting with me this morning, but like this afternoon rather, but I guess maybe I'm not sure about the internet connection. So, all right. I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. This is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. See ya.